Hi, this is Ike from Groovy Entertainment. Today we got another book to read for you. Today's book is Pete Jagan for 1980. So let's get started. Once upon a time, there was a lonely little boy named Pete. Pete was an orphan. He had no father or mother. He had no sisters or brothers. What I needed a friend, Pete said to himself. Just then, a large green dinosaur crawled out of the bushes. He had small pink wings and a big smile. Pete was not afraid of him. Hello, said Pete. Who are you? Bibbidi boppity, said the dragon. Happily, my name is Elliot, and I want to be your friend. Pete was very happy to have a friend at last. He skipped across the field with Elliot. Then he jumped over a fence. Elliot jumped over it too. Later, the two friends sat down to rest. Pete said, I have ran away from the place where I was living. Now I am on my way to see the world. Would you like to come along, Elliot? Bip bip, said Elliot. Sure. Elliot knew that what Pete really needed was a good home, but he did not say that to Pete. I am hungry, said Pete, but we have nothing to eat. I will take care of that, said Elliot. He wrapped his strong tail around an apple tree and shook it. Plop, plop. Bright red apple fell to the ground. Peter wanted to roast some apples. Elliot blew flames from his mouth to start a fire. Then Pete put the apple on a stick and held it over the fire. When the apple was cooked, Pete threw one to Elliot. After their meal, the two friends started on the journey to see the water. With Pete on his back, Elliot flapped his wings and flew into the sky. Soon it was late in the afternoon. Pete and Elliot needed a place to spend the night. They flew over a town beside the sea. That looks like a nice town, said Pete. Let us stay there for the night. Elliot landed at the edge of town. Then he made himself then he made himself invisible so that he would not frighten anyone. Pete and Elliot walked into the town. No one could see Elliot except Pete. Elliot was a very large dinosaur, but by mistake he bumped into a man carrying fresh eggs. Then he broke a wooden fence. No one could understand what was happening. A man with fixing the sidewalk saw huge footprints in the fresh cement. What is going on here? He shouted. Pete and Elliot quickly walked out of town and down to the beach. There was plenty of room for Elliot on the beach. He and Peter went for a walk. They came to some rock on the beach. There was a big cave in the middle of the rocks. This is a good place to spend the night, said Pete. Pete and Elliot made themselves at home inside the cave. They played tic-tac-toe together. Once they even played it on Elliot's stomach. Suddenly they heard a friendly voice. Hello in there, it called. The voice belonged to Nora, the daughter of the lighthouse keeper. She had heard voices inside the cave. Pete, go out and meet her, said Elliot. She sounds nice. I will be fine here by myself. Pete went outside and shook hands with Nora. My name is Pete, he said. Would you like to meet my dragon? I am sorry, said Nora gently, but I do not believe in dragon. Elliot stayed hidden in the cave. He wanted Nora to like Pete. You look you look a little tired and hungry, said Nora. Would you like to come home with me? Pete said that he would. Well, come on, said Nora. Pete and Nora walked off toward the lighthouse together. In the lighthouse, Pete ate a good dinner with Nora and her father, Lamp-Eye. Lamp-Eye was the lighthouse keeper. Just as they finished dinner, a terrible storm blew up. Lightning flashed and thunder boomed. The light cried, Lamp-Eye, it must not go out. He ran up the stairs to the top of the lighthouse. The storm grew stronger and stronger. The wind howled. Huge waves crashed against the rocks. Not far from the shore, a sailing ship was being tossed about by the powerful waves, but the light was still shining from the lighthouse, and the captain was able to steer his ship. Suddenly the light went out. We are lost, cried the captain. Our ship will crash on the rocks. Lamp-Eye, Nora, and Pete was all at the top of the lighthouse. Quick, said Lamp-Eye, help me light the lamp again. Nora held the glass chimney. Lamp-Eye tried to light the wick of the big oil lamp, but it was wet and would not catch fire. Then Pete had an idea and raced down the stairs of the lighthouse. The wind and rain was very strong. Pete ran as fast as he could. He was going to find Elliot. At last he reached the cave. There was Elliot sleeping peacefully. Wake up, cried Peter. You have to help Nora and Lamp-Eye. In no time at all, Elliot and Pete was flying back toward the lighthouse. Elliot was thinking so hard about reaching the lighthouse that he forgot to make himself invisible. Nora was very surprised when she saw Pete. She said, you really do have a dragon. Yes, said Pete, and he is going to help us. Yow, cried Lamp-Eye, this is a dragon. Do not worry, said Pete. Elliot is a friendly dragon. He is here to help us. Pete quickly showed Elliot the oil lamp that would not light. Elliot smiled and took a deep breath. Then he blew out a strong flame. The wick caught fire. A bright light shined on the sea again. You did it, Elliot, Pete shouted. Then Pete and Elliot flew over the ocean to make sure there was no ship in trouble. Soon Elliot brought Pete back to the lighthouse, and Elliot returned to the beach. The storm was over. Nora fixed hot chocolate for everyone. Listen, Pete, said Lamp-Eye, why don't you and Elliot live with us? I could build Elliot a special house on the beach. Pete went down to the beach to tell Elliot about Lamp-Eye's offer. Gee, Pete, said Elliot, it is a nice idea, but my work here is done. I came to you because you needed a friend. Now that you have Nora and Lamp-Eye, it's time for me to find another child who needs a friend. Pete gave Elliot a big hug. You are the best friend a boy ever had, he said. Bip, bip, I know, said Elliot happily. Then he flapped his wings and flew up into the sky. Pete and Nora and Lamp-Eye all waved goodbye. Elliot knew that he would miss Pete, but Elliot also knew there was another lonely child waiting for him somewhere. So that was Pete Dragon from 1980. So please like, subscribe, share, and comment. Have a good every day. We'll have another video coming out real soon.